Hey, what's going on, diggers and digettes? I am Tripwire, and of course, you know this is Metal Detecting Beginner to Beginner. And today I need to go through some of the coins that I found between October 14th and last Sunday, March 2005. And the reason why is because this camera has failed me for the last time. In order to keep the series going, I need a camera, right? Well, anyhow, this is a great way to show how metal detecting actually pays for itself. Got my jar coins here. All of these I found, like I said, between October of last year and last week. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to clean the coins, get them ready, and what to do with that. How to get all that started. Now, for those of you that are beginners like me, and sometimes we all get discouraged. We all do. You know, we go out, we can't find this, we can't find that, whatever. But, yeah, you know, I mean, it pays. You got to get out there and just do it. And that's one of the main reasons why I started Beginner to Beginner. I'm a beginner. I know that hopefully a lot of beginners are also watching this. I make mistakes, and I want to help people learn from my mistakes. And I also love to give encouragement for those that feel like not getting the hang of it. You know, I felt your pain. You know, so I know what it's like. And this is just proof in the pudding, you know. If you don't think you're gonna get anything, and you don't want, you just gotta keep on going out there. That's the basic rule number one. But yeah, I definitely need a new camera, no doubt about it. And we're gonna show how metal detecting pays for all the supplies that you need, or that I need for the show. And we're going to show you how to do the coins and how to get the most out of them. So, what we're going to do is dump out the coins. And we're going to have to go through them and see what we got, see how much we need, and everything else. Plus, speaking of metal detecting, I actually found this while I was out metal detecting. It's like ultra cool. I always like putting my change in something that I found. Anyhow, give me a moment. Okay, now, the first thing, of course, what you need to do is to separate your coins. You want to separate all your pennies. All the pennies you want to separate, put in one area. Then all your dimes, nickels, and quarters you want to put in another area. Yes, this can be tiring, but this has to be done. And from here on out, I'll show you what the next step is going to be. Also, I got a side note for everybody. I got a tendency to detect a lot at schools, and I also like doing surface detecting, and this is a pretty darn good reason why. I was over at Sterling Heights High School, and I was doing some surface detecting because it was freezing outside, and I had my metal detector over to the left. My eyes were looking towards the right in the parking lot, and sure enough, found a $20 bill. Yeah, so surface detecting did pay off that day for sure. So this is definitely new camera fund. So, again, like what we're going to be doing over here, we're just going to put the pennies in one area, and the quarters, dimes, nickels into another area. Okay, after you get your coins separated, there's a couple of afterthoughts that I have that I definitely want to share with everybody. I just started doing this the first time I've done it. But, you know, I got my pennies over here, all my dirty cat pennies. I'm going to need a lot of work. Now, over here I put a pile of damaged, broken, scrap pennies, nickels, quarters, whatever is like totally ruined, set it aside. Just definitely try to set it aside. These pennies here, these are actually not bad. I'm not going to put those in the Coinstar because it charges 10 cents on a dollar. But I save up enough of those, and I could just go rolls, and I could send them over to the bank. I got my foreign coins over here, a lot of Canadians. There's something else up in here, I forgot what it was. And over here are some good silver, or good nickels, quarters, and dimes. I'm not going to put those in Coinstar. I'll just keep them aside, and I'll either A, put them in a roll, or two, I'll just use that for pocket change. And over here is the dirty nickels, dimes, and quarters. This is fine the way it is, believe it or not. I will get to this one later. But yeah, this stuff is fine over here. Now, out of sheer luck, out of all this, just out of sheer luck with me sorting through everything, I don't know how I missed it. I swear I have no idea how I missed it. But I ended up finding a couple of kick-butt pennies. Got a 1914 and a 1953. And we got 2 wheat pennies. How I found it in all this, I swear it was just dumb luck. You know, kind of makes me want to go through all these again. But yeah, so this is definitely a nice gift for me. I like this. I got 2 wheat pennies out of it. 1914 and 1953. So, when in doubt, I'll maybe double check your coins. I might actually start doing that more often. But yeah, now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, now we got to get the coins ready for Coinstar, which I still believe is the best when you've got coins from metal detecting. Alright, first off, your quarters, nickels, and dimes, they don't need to be clean. If you're going to take them to Coinstar, believe it or not, even the worst conditions, Coinstar will take them. You don't even have to worry about that. So that's the easiest. Now, for the other fun stuff, we got pennies over here, pennies over here. And the best way to clean the pennies is, I say, CLR. Now we're going to do a contrast and compare here. I'm going to take this pile setter over here, and this is the pile that we're going to soak. Simple, all you got to do is just pour your CLR in, and you just let it sit for a while. Not exactly sure how long, but you let it sit. I usually let it sit for about a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And this is like tripped out cool. Believe it or not, I actually can sit here and watch all this gunk being eaten off the pennies, because I still find it more entertaining than what's on cable television nowadays. You know, this actually gets ratings for me. So, like I said, we're going to do a contrast and compare. These are the ones that we're not going to do, and we're going to show you how clean they get. So we're going to let this sit about, we'll say 45 minutes to an hour, and then we're going to move on from there. Yes, and one thing that I almost forgot to mention is that while your pennies are soaking in the CLR, it never hurts to grab a brush and just scrape around, you know, loosen them up a bit. You know, that way the chemical can get in between all the coins per se. Plus it also helps the scrubbing method to get stuff off a lot more than just having the CLR eat it. So, never hurts to brush them off. Cool. Okay, after you let your pennies soak in CLR, drain all the CLR out and throw some water in there. Let's mix it up a little bit. You know, so throw some water in there, and today I'm going to try something new. Never tried it for a while. Sitting in water, I'm going to add just some dish soap to it. Maybe it'll help me get a little bit more cleaner. And grab a brush and just go around them again. Make sure we'll try a soap thing today. And I'm going to let these sit for a while. They're nice and rinsed. And then the next step is to brush the coins. Okay, before I show you the contrast and compare between the pennies, there's something I forgot to mention. The reason why it is very important to separate your pennies from your nickels, dimes, and quarters when you're putting them into CLR, of course there it is again, the reason why it's so important is that the color of the pennies, the copperish colored pennies, may bleed through and actually turn these a reddish copper color, and Coinstar might actually read these as pennies, especially the dimes. It might actually read them as a penny, so you won't get your full amount of what the coin's actually worth. So that's why it's very important to separate them. And then if you want to CLR these or clean them, go ahead. But I know for a fact that Coinstar doesn't matter. I don't know how banks are, but that's the main reason. That was the one thing I forgot to point out. So that's why separating is very important. And with that being said, I'll put this back on, do contrast and compare the before, how crappy they look. Coinstar will not take these when they look that bad. I know for a fact a lot of banks will not take these either, even if you have them in rolls. I had a huge lecture on that from a bank teller. But contrast compare, here it is before, here it is after. And Coinstar will definitely read these, they'll take them. And the banks will take them just about everything. So when you go to cash them in, you can do it one of either way. Now, definitely for sure, no matter what, the coins have got to be dry. They have to be dry. Especially because you go to roll them, well, that's self-explanatory on that one, right? But Coinstar, this will jam. We learned this the hard way. It will totally jam Coinstar to the point where you got to get technicians over there to fix it. And we were in a rush and we tried to do it the quick way and we didn't dry them properly. And even the guy said, man, they have to be perfectly dry in order for Coinstar to accept them. So basically, you just want to dry them off. I usually do it for about a day. You can either leave them air dry, which is good, but I always first pat them down to get whatever extra moisture off of it. Every once in a while I'll walk by and I'll just pat them down. Turn them around, swish them around, make sure they all get dry. Now I know Chemical X, my metallologist, the one that does a lot of the coin cleaning, he will sit there and actually scrub these too. Sometimes he'll scrub them with the CLR individually. So, and I show you how much he's down with this. But I'm not going to do that. But I will, once in a while, just walk by and just give him a brushing. Like that. Give it a patting. And we're just going to let oxygen definitely do the rest. So, this is how you clean pennies to get the most out of your finds. And that's about it. I'll let you know how much we got at Coinstar. And in the meantime, I will be putting up different links on this video, whether it's the comments or whether it's the description. I will put up links. I'll put up one from last year, 2014, when me and Chemical X went to Coinstar and everything. I'll also put up other different ways to clean pennies and coins that you need. And I'll thank you all much for watching. You all have a great day. And keep the hunt alive. Later.